Hey guys, what's going on? It's Justin, and I'm here to answer the question you guys have all been waiting for. Is it possible to eat with a broken neck? And the answer is yes and no. Actually, in the first 10 days, especially, there will be a lot of inflammation in your neck, especially depending on where you fractured it or broke it, and if there's any kind of dislocation. If you fractured it or broke it in the first two vertebrae at the very top, you will have a lot of inflammation that will affect things that are so natural as drinking water, breathing, and eating. Now, when it comes to drinking water, when you drink water, you can be drinking it through a straw. You can't really move your head back to drink the water at all because it's so stabilized with the brace right here. So you're just drinking through a straw, usually through a little plastic cup that they have in the hospital for you. You can drink it like that. And it also has to be a bendy straw, especially. Gotta have the bendy straw. Now, when it comes to eating, in the first 10 days, you're eating things you probably don't even eat solid, but you have to be eating them as a liquid or a paste. And typically, you have to eat it through a straw as well. Now, things like broccoli, oatmeal, carrots, spinach, those are things you're going to be eating through a straw. And what they do is they kind of blend it up or they kind of grind it up and they'll kind of feed it to you on your tray. And you kind of have to get the straw going, like a bendy straw, and kind of just try to like suck it down throughout the whole table. And usually it'll take about 20, 30, sometimes even 40 minutes to eat. And you probably won't even eat. Get them on your tray, you'll probably eat maybe like half of your food and you'll just give up. You'll be like, no, I'm tired. Because usually you won't sleep very much the first couple days just because you're not used to how to sleep, what is comfortable with, especially with this brace on. And usually in the first couple of days the pain meds aren't really doing too much for you, so you're kind of just like sore. So yeah, so you're eating everything through a straw, and then you're not really eating anything with any kind of spoon or anything. You're kind of just eating it through a straw. And when it comes to around day 7, day 10, you're probably going to be taken to a rehab center. And the rehab center, you actually order off like a little menu. And you get a choice of usually about 7 to 8 entrees. If you're especially going to the one I went to, you get a good choice of entrees. And those foods also are going to be not in a liquid form, they'll be in like a shredded form. So they'll like grind it up as well. So you'll be eating things like cheeseburgers, grilled chicken, chicken marsala. Usually you won't be eating a lot of steak because it is a hospital still. Sometimes you'll get salmon, you'll get cod, you'll get all these different kind of foods, and they'll just grind it up for you. And you finally get to eat with a fork or a spoon, and just eat it like that. And then usually around like day 11, you'll finally be able to eat solid foods. Now, when you first get to eating the solid foods, or even the foods that are like semi-solid, where they kind of just grind it up, depending on the texture, typically you're going to be like choking on that food. You will be trying to eat it, and it'll just get kind of like caught. You have to like cough it up, and then try to chew it again, cough it up again, and then you'll finally be able to swallow that food after you've tasted it about 3 different times. Now, if you're lucky, you'll have a cook that went ahead and actually marinated it for you so it's not as dry, so it kind of just goes down usually like the first or second time. And then even at the water, when you're drinking the water too, in those first 10 days, you're usually probably choking on the water too, actually. Once you get to around like day 11, day 12, day 13, they finally allow you to go onto the normal menu and actually eat solid foods. When it comes to eating as a whole, you want to be very, very careful about how you eat. And when you're eating anything at all with a broken neck, you want to be very, very careful. And I mean that in a couple of different ways. What I mean in the first way is this brace right here, this brace you have for 12 weeks. So you have this on for 12 weeks. It does not come off once. This brace is connected to your head and stabilizes your neck. So if you take it off, you can die. So this thing stays on. Now, if you look closely, you can actually see that this right here, it's actually a fake Lampel. You cannot stain this, you cannot get it wet, because the smell will actually linger for the whole 12 weeks. It will not come out especially if it's anything other than water, because obviously water doesn't really have much of a smell to go with it. But if you spill marinara sauce, broccoli soup, it'll be on there for the whole 12 weeks and you'll be hating your life. The way to combat that is you could use this with a towel, you could use this with a washcloth, you could use paper towel, napkins, toilet paper. But what I typically use, because it's very widely available, is I'll just use a paper towel and I'll either have it folded up a little bit, or easier would be just have it out full. I usually use about 2 squares, rectangles, and I'll just kind of do it long ways, and I'll put it down in between the shirt underneath and the lamb pelt, and I'll tuck it in like you would a bib when you're 2 years old, and you just do it just enough to where it'll cover up, as you can't see the lamb pelt anymore, and just covers it up. This way you don't get any stains on it, you don't spill any kind of food on it, and everything stays as clean as possible. Now the second way that you have to be very careful is how you eat. We went over keeping the vest clean, but how you eat is very, very important. Typically what I do is I'll try to eat handheld foods as much as possible, just because it limits me having to kind of maneuver to get the food to me. So typically I'll eat things like cereal bars, Pop-Tarts if I feel like I'm ready to treat myself. I'll eat chicken legs, corn on the cob, simple handheld foods that allow me to bring the food to my face. And actually what I have right here is a nut bar, a Costco nut bar. This one doesn't have any artificial ingredients. It has almonds, cashews, and peanuts in it. It's actually very, very good. Also has pecans too, and it has a little bit of coconut, chocolate, drizzle, and sea salt. So these typically I'll try to eat these first thing in the morning because it starts my day out very simple. I don't have to worry too much about having to bring out a bowl and try to eat it like that, which I'll actually show you guys in a couple of seconds about how you eat out of a bowl or a plate with a spoon. But usually, it's pretty routine to eat these things. You kind of just eat it. You just kind of just open it up and you just take a bite out. Now you can eat this 3 different ways. There's some eggs. Looks like I grilled it a little bit too much, but it has a little bit more flavor. It's actually the tapatio I put on it. Kind of grill the tapatio and let it marinate really into the eggs. I'll actually go over how I cook my food in a separate video because it's actually pretty interesting. And it's pretty much how you cook food the broken neck way. I look forward to that. There's 3 ways to eat this. You can eat this either using your hands, just grab it like a chicken nugget, or you can lean forward and eat it that way. Or the way I do it is you can actually pick it up and then eat it. Now actually the way I ate, and I'm actually not very proud of it, for the first like 5 to 6 weeks, I lean forward and I pick up and I eat it that way. And I started getting some really strong back pain about my middle back and then towards the top of my back, even my lower back. And I started feeling a little bit sore in my neck too. That's because when you're leaning forward, you're bending at your back. It's a very unnatural position because you can't move your neck down. You're having to compensate. Well, it's putting a little bit of pressure on your neck because of gravity. You want to make sure you always kind of eat, bringing the food closest to you. And typically, usually when you're eating a lot of food, the bottom of the plate will be very, very hot. So always make sure you have a paper towel or a cloth or some kind of oven mitt under the plate so you don't burn your hands. So you can actually bring the food closest to your face as possible, typically around like eye level. And that's pretty much how you eat food, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as well as go ahead and smash the like button. It really helps out the channel by showing this video to as many people as possible, as well as go and comment down below if you liked about the video, if you didn't like about the video, or anything you recommend to me that I can work on for my next couple of videos. Till next time, see you guys later.